Are you trying to navigate this crazy thing called life? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Unraveling with Rayne. Hello, my loves. I'm excited to give you our first recording outside the studio. It was a blast. Slight disclaimer. Due to windy conditions, there's some slight background noise in the recording. We always try to bring the best audio content we can, and as this project grows, we hope to be able to upgrade our equipment to do so. Bonus! You can help us do so. Be sure to subscribe and share our content with your friends. If you really like what we do here, head over to patreon.com/unravelingwithrayne and become a patron. Enjoy! In Washington State, tucked away between the beautiful range of the Horse Heaven Hills, you can find Fourdub Farms. Even with all the hard work that has been done in regards to its legalization, the beautiful plants that reside behind the farm's tall, secure fences still manage to keep people on their toes in conversation. We are talking about the almighty cannabis plant. I had the opportunity to spend the evening with Pauile Rossner as he walks us through the garden and explains how they run Fourdub Farms. He didn't waste any time in getting down to the details. From the moment we pulled up to the farm, I could tell that he was excited to give us a peek at all the love that they've been growing here at Fourdub Farms. Paulie first started explaining to us the benefits of growing outdoors.
Sun-grown, how do you do that? So, like you said, you keep them healthy, but then they can deal with the winds and deal with all the other problems and the cold and what have you. These are all stresses that come to the plant. So,
Yeah.
as I mentioned before, the benefit of getting all the way to November, as long as you got healthy plants, the soil's healthy, you got them cleaned out, they can take it. So now you get into end of October, November, where it's getting super cold and where most people have to chop their plants down. Ours are healthy enough to keep them going. So now they're stressed out.
Yeah.
Now you get all that resin production and all that good stuff finished. We're getting the calyxes to swell for the final time and full turn. Being above ground too, now we could do things because we're mostly soilless. We just mix it every year like our compost and what have you. If you go on our Instagram, IG at Fourdub Farms, you'll see the boys growing their teas up. Yeah, being above ground too, now we can flush the pots. Yeah, we flush these things out and now we can control the pH. So again, it's kind of like choking the plant a little bit. Little things we can do to make her work harder for certain foods because at different pH levels, she only gets the NPs a case.
Right.
Little things like that, we learn how to stress our plants. This is really good for us this time of year. We have another good solid 4 to 5 weeks of veg. So
Yeah.
just look at this plant. It's going to get about 3 to 4 times the size before it even flowers.
Yeah.
So our goal is at that point in time, now we can just focus on tops. Get it to the size we want pre-transition. Just keep cleaning the bottoms out. Just keep topping the toppings. Have all your nettings that go across. You have all your squares, 2-inch squares.
Okay.
Now we can train the stalks to hit each square. Now we just have each row just full of holes. Go down the whole way.
We progressed further into the garden, and as we did so, Paulie explained to us how they maintain the plants in their veg state.
Where one of the guys left off. They'll get through about 40 plants a day, 50 plants. We got 6 guys out here.
That's
So it takes them a week to get through the entire field, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, it's creating work, so that's good.
Yeah.
Footsteps in the garden. But it starts like this, will end up like that. From the eye, you think, oh, that plant looks so much bigger. It's really the same size, it's just we took off all that bull crap. It's all nice and clean inside here, and we do very similar to how we would grow indoors. So all your CBG, CBNs, all your different cannabinoids. We mean full term, full spectrum out here. Trying to do stuff a little different than most outdoors. Traditionally everyone's in the ground, traditional methods.
Right.
But we just want to implement, the most we can do like we did indoor, but do it clean.
Yeah.
That's why we have the ground cover,
Sure.
reflective light, keep the dust down,
Yep.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I dig it.
When you come out here with your sunglasses, it's so bright out here. So for me, it also helps, and I choose black pots. I mean, I know the roots get to the ends, get a little warm hurting them, but I mean, I want my stuff to dry out. I don't want water to sit in my pots for 3-4 days. Plants need oxygen to grow. So unless you're like hydro, where you have aerated water, where it's getting oxygen all the time with the water, that's one thing, but your roots got to breathe too. You leave water in the pots and they get soaked, you can be asking for problems. These are all the snoops reefs. You see what I'm saying? Some of them like in the inside. It's just they're needy.
Yeah.
Right? These things need a ton of nitrogen. The sativas go crazy, but like the veg part, they just always have a shitty time. We have some collabs in the back section. That's what the Bodhi High. We're doing some fresh frozen live resin runs coming up. So we'll harvest the buds, deep fan leaf, all the water leaf and stuff, preserve all the terpenes, all the cannabinoids, everything. So even after you do the proper dry, 72 hours for A. B takes a little longer to break down, but you get a good 2-week dry and cure, which is like optimal where you want to be, especially for extractions, for cured resin runs. Freeze it though. Freeze that stuff. Just knocks off more trichomes. So doing the fresh frozen is the best. Fresh frozen before the sun comes up, because once the light comes up in the morning, the terpenes start to evaporate. That's why you smell so much in the mornings. But you can come in like at midnight in the dark and you start harvesting all your plants with fresh frozen, you're going to capture everything. You're not going to lose no terps, nothing at all. Yeah, in the morning again, that light comes on. Same thing when the lights go down at night. It's that stress, so they release all the terpenes and evaporate. That's why you smell all that crazy.
With so many plants to maintain, Paulie expressed how important it was for them to make sure that funds were being allocated to the appropriate places to make sure that these plants had everything that they needed.
We're reinvesting every year and just doing it right. As efficient we can be and as automated as we can be allows us to afford the labor to actually have people come in and touch the plants. They come in, pick weeds, pick goofiness, anything's like whatever, just clean it, just make it clean. It's great out here, without a doubt. And then being by the river and touching the mountains, like even in this great region, we're like the warmest, the latest out here.
Yeah.
So it might be 5 degrees cooler in Prosser, but it's 5 degrees warmer over here. Being right next to that river kind of helps, especially when it comes towards frost season. This will be the last place everywhere that we'll see any kind of frost because we're so close to the water and the airflow goes in.
Was that intentional?
No, just how it worked out. Figure the crazy life I lived for 43 years, God was like, all right, we're going to find this cool little heaven over here for you to do your thing, because look, it's beautiful. This is your office for the day. Employees get to wake up and come here for work. This is great too. This is how you know your shit's super healthy. You see how all your plants are facing that way, your tops? This one's like almost sideways.
Oh, wow.
This one's completely sideways. Again, it shows you how healthy your plants are because they're moving. So tomorrow morning, they'll all be facing that way. Throughout the day, you just watch them, like sunflowers. It's crazy. When I was a younger medical grower, I'd be in my gardens. I'd literally just come in, grab them like that.
That's what I do with my garden.
They love to be stimulated. It's a stimulation. They love that kind of stuff. We play music and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah. At this point in our walk, the sun was just setting over the hills, and Paulie couldn't pass up the chance to get some beautiful photos of these plants. To get a peek at these pictures, head over to the Fourdub Farms Instagram page. And don't forget to show them some love while you're there. Well, it's nice to be here and see all these beautiful berries and stop staring at them through a screen and actually get to touch them. I was just telling Paulie I didn't want to disrupt his plants by touching them, but I really wanted to. So you walk in here, and that's like this time of night, or a day rather, that's all you smell when you first walk in. Is just all of these plants, and it smells so good, and it feels like once you walk in it just goes on forever. Earlier we got a shot up from this hill over here, and so we got to see the whole thing, but it's completely different once you're actually inside, because it's just, you feel like I said, it's just, there's no end to it. It's just beautiful, and they're all so happy and green. Apparently doing very well based on their angles here. Yeah, pretty cool.
They haven't quite opened up all the way yet. As I'm touching it, it's wanting to close even more now. We have 3 cuts so far. The silver haze cut, crossed back to the original parent silver haze, and the blueberry cut, blueberry dominant cut. 1 Cali cut though.
As we came around the corner towards the backside of the farm, Paulie was sure to point out that Buddha was safely tucked away in one of the beds.
You got your Buddha in the garden.
When growing healthy cannabis plants, all things have to be considered, including the THC and CBD percentages and how they stack up against each other. Being diligent to keep the two in balance will take what would be a good yield and make it the best yield.
I mean, we might get one that comes in, depending if it's a good section of the plant, like the mids, you know, it's all different. 17, 18 total cannabinoids though, 20, 21, 22. Everything's there. Well, being out here too though, unlike most indoor weed, we're going to say 0.01 this, 0.02 that. You do like 18% THC, 22 total. With us, you'll see 18% THC, like 28 total. Because everything's 1.0 this, 1.0 that. Yeah. It's all developed, it's all there. I'll take that wrong, you know, but I mean, it's just indoor lights, high pressure sodium, LEDs, metal halides. They don't have the UVB. You have UV and UVB. They can only reproduce so much UV. Artificial lights can't reproduce UVB.
Yep.
And terpenes, by definition, they require both UV and UVB to develop fully. So there's indoor weed, there'll be several terpenes and cannabinoids that are missing. That's a bad thing. You know, it's just aesthetically, indoor hands down. Looks great, frosty. It's dank weed, like it's dank. Here, for us, it's just for the oil. Good quality buds for flower, but, you know, when you want to pick up the extracts, like, you want to know that your stuff came from full-term sun-grown cannabis. Most of your extractionists will tell you, like, they would prefer to run full-term sun-grown cannabis for extracts because it's, you know, they're going to get that full-spectrum product. All the terpenes, all the cannabinoids will all be there. Yeah. If it's done right. You'll get plenty of product I see in the market out there. It looks wonderful, but tastes like pool water and smells like grass clippings, you know, because it's chopped down earlier or just however they do it. But yeah. Again, we're footsteps in the garden out here, and make sure we take advantage of what we got. Yeah. But even this, all of our node spacings, I mean, you're like, even outdoor, we're like we're like 1.5 inches. Some of them like 0.5 inches. It's such close nodal spacing. We're so aggressive out here.
Are these still the same ones, or are they starting to change?
These were the triple chocolate chips over here. Some of these were some of the seeds, and there are a few mothers out here. It's hard to let go of plants, so we'll throw the moms in too. Where it all goes down. But main irrigation, main water goes in the big tanks, the 5,000 galloners. You know, and then after that, we can use these smaller tanks to do our teas.
Yeah.
We go 1.5 horsepower pump in there. We use the filter as well. Just any sand, anything at all that can get to the irrigation lines. You know, just pre-filter it.
Explain to me more about the teas that you're talking about.
It's beneficial teas. So we'll use, you know, our hummus, and we'll put some mycorrhizae in there, some bacterias, add the sugars to feed them, give it 24 hours to, you know, colonize and start to froth, if you will, but that's how you know everything's alive. And that's what we'll feed, but it's available ready nitrogen and other, you know, trace minerals, plenty of stuff for the plants, but it's just easier for the roots to absorb. You create a living soil, real healthy roots, and then you do your teas. It's fast ready food. All your acids too come in your teas, your fulvics and your humics, and that's really beneficial as well. I'm giving all the secrets out to the the growers out there, but when they do them too, you know. I mean, some people want to keep life to the roots, like, or the bennies in the soil, like, all the way, and some of the beneficial bacteria you want to kill off in the end because they're continuing to create food, and you're trying to like kill off your plant in the flower. So you don't want any more food in there.
Right.
You want your leaves to turn yellow and like die off. Yeah, teas are huge. It's organic. Again, it's the terpenes. They will love it. And they will thank you for it. I mean, synthetic, you can only pound so much. It's just salt, you know, harsh.
Yeah.
Organic's just when you have a healthy system, it's just really easy for it to get its food.
These is good. So these guys are.
Back here we have some Aquapulpa Gold. Well, this is going to be indica based plant just by looking at it. And this will be the jelly biscuits.
Jelly biscuits.
Jelly biscuits.
What is that?
We have so many different varieties. And your poison ivy, I think, are these next ones. Shorter leaf sets over here. It's a starfighter crossed with white widow. White widow's a lost gem anymore. As well, so it like does all of our acids, you know, pH control, and we can actually hook food up in there if we want to each one of those valves, dosatrons. So you can put your trio or your tanks, and again, we're there for all the automation if we want to, but
Just so streamlined.
1,750 plants transplanted. Pretty happy out here. Honestly, they'll probably get through this whole farm probably twice, 2 more times. I mean, you got July and August. Basically, we'll quit touching them like mid-August because at that point you're not going to get much more new growth. But it's taking about a week and a half to get through this farm. I mean, these things are. This is June, July. This is your veg. They're going crazy. And they did a good job, a lot of them, getting them off the pots. But wow, they're all like it's like Whoville back here. All these little balls, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know, again, I'm happy for the amount of plants we got out here, and what I'm seeing, these guys are killing. Can't wait for that mid-August when they start to transition and do their thing. We give them a hard time out here, though, too. You know, traditionally, the outdoor guys will just put them in the ground, feed them. Some do a good job with the amendments, and they're just big, lush, huge, good-looking trees.
Yeah.
We're in here every week clipping, snipping branches, like just fucking with them all the time. Pardon my French. So they show a little bit of stress, but they can take it. They can take it outside. In the long run, it'll be more beneficial for us, you know.
Right.
I mean, when the tree with this thing's all done, you already know it's going to be a
Right.
big monster come harvest, but it'll be all good, solid product. No larf, no BS. Yeah, there's no need to use any bad stuff. There's so much available on the market that's good organic. That can be a great way to like control your pest management and stuff.
Do you think that it's just more readily used because it's easier to mess with?
I
You
think
don't have to
people
play
go that route because they're afraid.
that guide where you're like, oh, have I stressed it too much or all this thing.
I agree. I say, yeah. As far as people that choose the other route with the bad,
Right.
I say bad stuff that might be like on the list, but
Sure.
yeah, it's just because for them it's more cost efficient, and they just want to know they're dead. And me, like, I actually care about the product that we're putting out.
Yeah.
So use things that are organic, and you may have to do it more often or put a little more labor into it, but oh well. At least you know in the outrun, on the outturn, your product's going to be good.
Yeah.
Especially for people like us that go to, over 50% of our business is going to extract. I can't afford to have any BS, you know, and
Right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't smoke or take any product that it's lacking that integrity, if you will.
Sure.
But for us, because half of our business is dependent on extracts, when you do extract, you're going to taste when something's not right. We can't afford to have that. So
Sure.
because I'm not worrying about that aesthetic, perfect looking bud or whatever, I just want it to be terpene. That's what I need. It's going to extract. I don't care if it's a nice fat looking bud or not. Like, it's getting extracted. I just want to make sure it's fully developed and the terpenes are there.
Yeah. It's great that you're taking
clean.
that into consideration. Obviously, you have to.
Yeah.
You know, you want to have that perfect product to put out to your consumer, but then also just thinking about exactly what it is you're making and how you're growing and using everything to grow the perfect plant for
Yes.
that thing, you know.
Year 4, fourth grow, 3 years into it. Now we're to that point, going back each year and looking at data. What strains produced what, which were the best concentrates, what looks like the best flower, what was our good yielders, all that stuff. So this year it's all getting applied, and you know, the ones that we know we're going to go to, let's say, go to market as a flower product, it's got to look nice all the way around, all manicured. But ones that we know that we're going to grow specifically for extract, for instance, our bubble gum, it's awesome, it's tasty, it's delicious. It just doesn't finish out here. Visual wise, it's fine. You can still grow it specifically for extract.
Yeah.
So you don't have to stress about that. Other plants, we got to put our time into the garden and really take care of that specific strain because it's going to go to flower. So it needs to be pretty. Yeah, be a nice looking bud. You have these new breeders that come in and bring these seeds, whether from out of state or whatever, you know, like Exotic that came in and Jungle Boys and Big Hype. That's all marketing and branding, you know.
Yeah.
But for instance, we have triple chocolate chip. We have like Jilly's bread. I mean, who doesn't for lemon fizz? When we're doing some fresh frozen this October of triple chocolate chip, who's not going to want to buy that dab?
Right.
You know, so it's little things like that. I think we make the choice.
Yeah.
We help make the choice. But otherwise, you know, doing your homework so we know, you know, I need to have X amount of indicas, X amount of sativas, different demographics in different areas in Washington. Some areas just want only sativas. Some want only indicas. So again, data. You got to track all this stuff. But typically in the summer times, like especially now, sativa. People want to smoke and be more uplifted and get out there and do their thing. In the wintertime, more indica. Stay home by the fireplace with hot chocolate, you know.
Do you actually see that trend?
We do. Yeah.
Really? Yeah, that's crazy.
It is. But again, staying on top of the, you know, the popular stuff there.
Yeah.
But as hard as the state makes it, getting some of these new strains, you're just shit out of luck. That's it. You're stuck creating your own stuff here.
Right.
We have some good breeders in the state of Washington, so I want to promote these guys. Can't wait till it goes, you know, international and all that kind of stuff. But I'll stick with my local guys, and we'll do our best to grow the best quality product and brand it and work with some of the processors that we do to put some really good stuff out there. Yeah, I would love to go to Amsterdam and go to some of the seed banks in Holland or whatever. I'd love to get some of those genetics out here. One day we will.
Yeah.
But for now, we'll make do with what we got. Our Blackberry Kush every year kills it, you know. Your Mama Kush, you have Acapulco Gold. Like everybody had Acapulco Gold, but not like Fourdub Farms. It's amazing. 2-3 years ago, we were standing on a pile of rocks right here.
Jeez.
You know, now
That's
it's
surreal to you? Like, that would be so surreal to me.
it is.
Built this.
There's a lot of times when I sit up on top of the hill, like I was telling you, with the laptop, and it kind of hits me in a way.
Yeah.
But this business has taken up so much of my time. I have 2 other partners who are business owners alone. It takes up a lot of time doing startups, but haven't had much chance to really let it hit me.
Yeah.
I see these other guys out there, and my colleagues, and they're bling bling and their boats and all that. Maybe they're enjoying it. I don't know. But this is only year, like I said, 4th grow, year 3 into it.
Yeah.
Haven't really got to enjoy it yet.
No?
I enjoy it when I see the employees.
Seems like you enjoy the pace of it. Like, you always do.
That part, yes. As you may notice, now I'm with Cannon Apparel.
Right.
Doing that's for me, yeah. All the opportunities that are opening up because of this.
Yeah.
That's what's driving me for sure. I'm not getting bored at all. I just saw a great opportunity with the network I built and what we're doing, and just I recognize the young talent. And so with UR Graphics, Jessica and Joe, Darby Crow is a badass artist.
Yeah.
You know, these guys are all young, they're hungry, they're talented. I'm like, okay, well, with the network I have, with the people I'm working with, like, there's business there waiting for us. So now we're starting to do it and putting everybody to work, and it feels good. That's where I get my gratitude.
Mm.
Again, will I be happy? I don't know. I enjoy it because the other people.
Yeah.
I've just been through so much.
Yeah.
I've gone so hard for so long. So anymore now, like, my time's done. You know, I'll look after the generation like you guys and see if we can make things happen and let you capitalize on it.
Thank you for that.
Hey, of course, just do your part as human. Like, just help. If you have the ability to like give and help, why don't you? You know, Jonah, a friend of mine from Dab Starch, you know, he's always like, I keep dollar bills in my pocket. I never spend them. Those are for people, you know, when he's on the road or someone's needing something, you can just tell. I start doing it now because it feels good, right? Like, so those little things. You can do it rather than going in and buying a candy bar and getting more fat. I'd rather give it to $1 to one of them. And even though they're just going to go buy a beer with it, they're sitting on a damn sidewalk. Their life sucks. We'll let them get a beer. At least for that night, they'll get buzzed and feel a little happy. You know? So yeah, I was saying how the mountains start to turn color. Before they were brown. Now you're getting the reddish.
After absorbing the most spectacular view of the sun setting over the garden, Paulie took us inside the hub of Fourdub Farms. Situated in the middle of all the lush plants is an old Western-style building where product is stored and prepped before heading off to its next destination. Once inside, Paulie was also able to show us the finished product.
So from out there to this.
That's nice.
Put your nose on that one there. That's some schnozberries terpene sauce.
Oh my.
This is straight high terpene extract. We talked about things getting separated.
Right.
This is the terpenes right here. Still test total good caffeinates, will still get you nice and high. And then the sugar will separate. You know, once things change, whether it be decriminalization or getting rescheduled, getting some federal funding for the universities to actually really get in there and do some studies, I can imagine these hundreds of cannabinoids that are in the plants. If we really can get in there and dig in and figure out what can do what, that would be huge.
Right.
This is a rabbit hole of a conversation for sure, but I mean, just one example amongst many. You have a plastic cup. Huge problem in America and in the world with garbage and landfills. You have a plastic cup which probably takes up, or plastic in general. I'm going to go on a limb and say half of our landfills. If you can replace that with hemp, that's 100% biodegradable. It's a no-brainer. What's the problem here? Why are we not transitioning this like tomorrow? I think it's control and it's powerful. I think marijuana, this is going to sound crazy, everyone out here caused World War IV. You know, but you take a country like the Philippines, they're 75% dependent on cotton export, whatever, right? So now the cost of building a facility, CEOs, baller status, salary, all the cheap labor, all that crap, the shipping container, to get those shirts that they make out of the cotton over here to Old Navy for $3. Old Navy's putting a 300% markup on it, something for $9 or $10. You know, we can grow hemp here in the States, which is a cleaner process. To begin with, more friendly for the environment, right? We can pay Americans competitive wages, so we can create work, textiles, all those things. And you still pay the baller CEO status salary, but at the end of the day, like, you can produce that same T-shirt, more of it, because of how fast the hemp can turn over for like $1 less to Old Navy.
Yeah.
Just bankrupt the country. I mean, that's my thing. Like, kind of really tied in with cannabis and what it can really do, the positives and the bads. But yeah, if anyone just had control and could say, hey, open the door, guys, America, whoever, you can do all the hemp you want. The Philippines just got bankrupt. Like, we can't do that. So it's going to be strategically like how we
properly aligned.
Yeah.
That's my point. That's my point of view. Anyway, imagine if you had countries that had the ability to like control, get rid of plastic, grow hemp, instead of doing concrete, all these things that like make garbage out of the process. We have clean source that we can use. These countries start getting hold of that. Like whoever has the control of the marijuana, like runs the world. Is that the new currency? It's just thousands of products derivative of cannabis.
Honestly, all it would come down to from there is just a plan. How do you implement that? That's what people are really needing right now, is how do we actually do
how much work can be created?
Right, just putting the right people in the right places to be able to develop, okay, this is how we're going to go about it. These are the things that clearly need change, and these are the people that we need to bring in to make that change, you know?
Who regulates it? Who does it?
Right,
You know?
right. I think those are really valid conversations that need to be had right now. Like who's where and why, and how does that help us get
I don't want to get assassinated. You know?
right?
But yeah, it's in the immediate, there's things that could flip like tomorrow to make a really impactful change.
Yeah.
But I understand the importance of not crippling another industry. You know, so if we went to like straight hemp production, which makes real good ethanol, real clean compared to anything else, and faster. I mean, how do you cripple the Shell Corporation that's currently taking fossil fuel or like whatever they're doing? So there has to be a trade-off, like the clutch and the gas.
Right.
So you got to do this. Speaking of turkeys, you'll smell those right now.
Oh yeah.
So the quarantine area, stuff goes in here before it gets shipped out. We have one lady, Bonnie, has her grandkids up here. But she does all the joints. She just sits in here 8 hours a day. One person, she finishes them all by hand.
That's so fun.
Sticks them up here, her own little inventory. And for us, I mean, you know, she gets her 200, 300, 400 joints a day done.
Damn.
At the end of the week, and we got a few thousand, and I'll make a menu. Say, hey, we got joints this week.
What we got?
Yeah, we focus on the flower. She's happy, and we're happy, and everyone's happy.
Yes.
More terps.
Oh my. Oh.
Again, a resourceful area. We use the space bags plus turkey bags. And we try to just put stuff over there, but just preserve it, keep it clean. Use our netting that we would use out in the field with our bamboo. We built these tension cables to like hang all the stalks and we trim it. In the manhole, we would have inline fans in each corner, bolted up in these hooks just to suck all the air out and turn it over. And then we put inline fans in the windows to bring fresh air in. We got dehues in the corners. We got this whole plug over there. But we basically built our own cheap HVAC system. So we can keep it at 60 degrees in here, 60% humidity. Having these nets like this, we built these little sticks with little forks on them so that we could rotate them across the rows.
Ingenuity.
Yeah, it looks crazy when they're all filled up in the rows. But we got the tabletops outside, we take all the leaves off, just hang the stalks.
Yeah.
You know, right before harvest, about 2 weeks, whatever's left in the farm, we just ship it out and just make concentrates. So then we can get room, get everything out of here so there's nothing.
No.
Plastic on the grounds, everything gets bleached, sliced down.
Yeah.
And we have these cool machines here, a friend of mine runs, that they basically shoot out hydroxyls. So inside it's like UV. The air passes through, gets shot by the UV and is killed, and the hydroxyls shoot out, and hydroxyls attach themselves to the bacteria. Kills everything. Yeah, kills smell, kills everything. You go in the dirtiest, nastiest, stinking steakhouse chicken restaurant, and put one of these things in there, yeah, and almost smell anything. It'll just be completely clean.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
This bin's full of weed. So we're in it. What do we got here? We got that.
After our tour was finished, we set up a cozy little spot to unravel in the garden. Where do you want to start?
I don't know. We left off last time, I think, talking about politics.
Yeah.
You know, and the direction of where this industry was going and foresight and all that. So, you know, maybe a quick pickup off of that is, you know, I don't think we'll be around to see all that craziness change. But again, being the stepping stone, we have no problem.
Yeah.
You know, being that. So just laying some of the groundwork. You know, again, we have no book to go back and reference how we've done this before.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of cool figuring it out. But we're laying some good groundwork, and maybe these dudes down the road, 10, 15, 20 years from now, will do some really cool things for us, because we know we're going to look back and be like, we did inventory how? we moved stuff how? And so it's kind of cool. But, you know, leaving that off, and, you know, today having you guys out here to the garden, which is huge. So really kind of, you know, get inside the operation,
Yeah.
you know, of how it goes, not just putting the plant in the ground and watering it. Now you get to see, like, you know, some of the things that we can do to become more efficient,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
I love you in your element, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's great out here, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, anybody, this is definitely a place for therapy, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting out here in our element, having all of our crew out here in the element, the footsteps in the garden. So you got a chance to see, like, you know, the before and after.
Mm-hmm.
So these guys getting in, doing their thing, just cleaning the plants out, what needs to be done to ensure the quality. And it's awesome for me to have you out here and actually see that part of it, rather than us just talking about like what everyone else wants to talk about.
It doesn't get any more real than this.
Get right
We're
into
right
it.
in the middle of it.
Yeah,
Thanks for having us out, by the way.
No, I appreciate you guys very much.
Yeah.
But 3 acres of weed, and you got to.
I'm in.
I'm in. Right. It's uplifting for sure. It's definitely cool. And you had asked earlier while we were walking around, like, has it soaked in yet, and has it felt crazy? Have I got any of that yet? No, because I'm always on to the next thing. And this industry in particular in Washington, not just cannabis legalization in general, but it's very challenging. I'm sure every state has its own challenges, so they don't allow us to owner-operators to really indulge and enjoy what's going on, because the state keeps us on our toes. Changes, not standing behind regulations when there's goopy things going on that we know.
Yeah.
It's difficult for sure. So to be able to sit back and breathe and enjoy it, this is it right now. This is the stuff. It's for sunset in the garden in the Great Pacific Northwest. And so this is what feels good. This is, I think, what brings it to fruition for me.
Yeah.
Like what we're doing. I'm on Unraveling with Rayne right now. So this is an accomplishment. It's definitely cool.
Just being here, I can see how much of an accomplishment this is for you. Like, this is, like we were talking about earlier, I just could not imagine just coming out here and just looking around and being like, whoa.
It's cool for you too, accomplishment, right? Because now you're mobile. Now you're getting out there, and here you are in 3 acres of legal marijuana.
So we can
right behind us here.
We can just enjoy this together.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
So again, not trying to stick onto the politics and all that crazy stuff, but
definitely,
it's important to us for people to see. There's a stigma about sun-grown or outdoor weed, and as you come here, this is not out in the backwoods. This is not just thrown out somewhere and with a hole dug and putting some plants in and give them water. Now you can really see that it's an operation that's going on here. Yeah.
Do you feel that in the industry a lot with
it is.
Your sun-grown? Like, you get that pushback?
There's 100% stigma for sure. You know, and to me, it's either quality cannabis or it's not. Take a look at it, take a peek. I mean, there's been so many times in the past with us, and I'm sure there's many other growers that grow quality sun-grown cannabis. It looks awesome. Everybody's happy, and then the minute they ask the question, so is this greenhouse or indoor or sun-grown? If you say sun-grown, it just changes. It's amazing. You know, when it comes to oil, for instance. Nobody asks, was this oil concentrated from sun-grown or indoor or greenhouse? No, it's quality oil. They look at the terps. They look at the oil itself. They taste it, and they go from there.
Right.
Why is that not done with flour? I don't know. If it looks like crap, well, don't buy it. If it looks good, give it a shot. You know?
Right.
And that's one thing that we're huge here, just like most other operations that put out quality product, is the way we grow it. And as you can see, we keep this nice white ground cover. Get the reflectivity for one thing, but to keep it cleaner, to keep dust down. How our crew gets in some of the sections you saw, they clean the insides out to let the airflow, come in there and get all that light penetration. But
it's just, I wish there was a way that you could just give that experience to everybody who bought it. You're like, no, this is where it's coming from. This is what it looks like.
Right here.
This is what it looks like. Yeah, we were showing you guys. This is what it looks like. And it is beautiful.
Yeah, and then as we get you guys out here throughout the year, that would be super, super cool as these things progress.
Yeah, watch their growth. Beautiful.
It will be.
So I know that you're kind of in a shift in some other projects that you're working on too, yes? I
am, what we call the glass shovel, right? All the things, derivative of it. So and now I'm in the apparel business and merchandise, starting to work with that. So we have a couple cool partnerships we're working on with UR Graphics, and then also Darby Crow. He's an amazing artist, and I have a partner, Corey, who's with me on Can Apparel. That's the name of the company. But we're just coming up with some unique designs to do some one-ups to get out there, but also work in collaboration with some existing 502 farms, doing some affiliate programs.
Yeah.
Many times in this business, people, they find their favorite farm and they want to get their swag, their T-shirts, their hats. Even within the industry, the bud tenders, like, hey, where can I get some Cola Bear stuff or Dabstract stuff or Bodie High stuff, whatever. And it's always a challenge or an excuse for some reason. So we see opportunity in that, and let's make the partnerships. Let's build the affiliate programs, and we can offer it to you. Now, you'll be able to go onto a website.
Yeah.
Pick out your favorite farm, ones that we've made, the affiliation with.
Sure.
Get it drop shipped to your house. In the meantime,
Perfect.
Working with people like Darby Crow, who's an amazing artist, showcasing some of his talents. So we'll come up with some great designs and let's, do our thing.
Yeah.
Get that out to the market. We are working with some other chains. I can't say much right now because of NDAs and what have you.
Yeah.
But we're working with some pretty big groups, in malls.
But when you can tell us, you will. Yes.
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be some cool stuff though.
Yeah.
It's just an opportunity for us to, get our product out into these big chains.
Sweet.
And the compliance collection, that's a huge thing too. UR Graphics was working on that. And that's the symbols each state makes you put onto your packaging.
Mm-hmm.
So working on some of that stuff too for some cool swag and some beanies and some ideas. Yeah, I always have stuff in the works. It's not just this. It's just one of those guys.
Yeah.
Talked about that before, and maybe that's why I don't get to enjoy what's going on here, because then I feel like, hey, we can go on to the next thing. What else is going on? But
do you ever feel like that's going to burn out?
No.
Just pull it from somewhere.
I'll burn out if I stop.
Oh, is that how it works? You got to keep
of,
motivation. Yeah.
That saying goes that most guys or people in general, they're afraid to retire because they don't want to slow down and die. And for me, I'll get bored. Just gotta keep going. But it's for me, making the impact. That's what's really huge. So I know as I venture into business with other people and do these things, I'm impacting their lives.
Yeah.
As well, they're impacting mine.
Oh,
but,
sure.
That's what I want to do. If I can leave a positive impact or just make a positive change and help others, help me, help everybody. I mean, can't put a price tag on that.
You really can't.
No,
you
at
can't.
all.
It's amazing. Just knowing that there's so many different realms and areas in life where you look at it and I feel like if we just apply where we fit best and we take a broader look at that and we just all kind of place ourselves accordingly, like there's so much that we can do.
It's like the boat, right?
Person. Yeah.
Deadliest catch.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has their own attributes they're going to bring in.
Yeah.
You're 100% right.
Yeah, so I think it's awesome because we need people like you to be that broad spectrum, be like, all right, this is what we're going to do, and these are the people, these are the connections we need to make.
You mentioned network connections. That's basically what I bring to the group. I have 2 other partners here, and we have about 15 amazing employees. But my attribute is this, right? The networking and maybe the ideas.
Yeah.
It's like shooting 1,000 arrows in the dark.
But
So my partners are grabbing the ones,
Yeah.
that could make sense or could turn into something. So,
Sure.
yeah, we all bring that certain something to the table for sure.
Beautiful.
And here it's amazing because me and my partners, even the management that we have, it's just so much strong personalities. There's no clashing, but yet like we get stuff done. And that's how you figure it out. Throw anything at us and we'll make it happen.
It's hard to find.
It's very hard to find.
It's really hard, yeah.
It took quite a while, but we feel pretty blessed to have the family that we have now.
Yeah.
I mean, we can all go to sleep at night knowing that someone's taking care of business, and that's huge. It's really huge. I knew how important it was when I worked in Vegas way back in the day. And I got to be the graveyard shift manager guy. It was a shitty shift in the middle of the night, but like it was important because the casino managers and the general managers, they wanted to sleep at night knowing that they had somebody to take care of business, so they can sleep at night. And they did a great job of building a great team.
Yeah.
The same thing here. We're very fortunate, but keep our eyes open and pay attention to, not overlook somebody's value or somebody's talent and try to like recognize that talent.
Yeah.
And so, your employees are huge. They not only represent you, but they make you. They run your company.
Yeah.
And Jeremy's, my other partner, does the one-on-ones. When he can with the employees, and to hear some of the stories and the feedback, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
One of the employees had a baby not too long ago.
Oh.
He's got his own place. Just bought a new car. He's got a nice little kayak, like all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I told my partner, like, I've worked a lot of different places, even a few different pot farms. Nothing's ever panned out. It's always been crazy, but I've been working for you guys for like 2.5 years now, and this is because you guys provided that for me.
Yeah.
So that felt good.
I think
that was awesome.
Yeah, I think it goes back to that term you used earlier when you were describing the team here, your family. This is a family, this is what we're doing. This is what we're building together, and making them feel that they are part of that is huge. It's
huge, and it takes work as well.
Yeah.
For us, startup industry, for me in general, this is, I've had a few smaller businesses, but nothing like this. It's been challenging too. Challenging to harness the frustrations,
Mm.
you know, especially when you're dealing with people. And I'm out in the sales world. I'm out face to face with everybody. So how do I control those switches? You know, dealing with all the frustrations of an operation and everything else, and then being able to turn that switch off and become Paulie, who's
Yeah.
you know out there doing the sales and smiling, and it's like it's so much to hold in.
Mm.
You know, it's tough. The stresses from making payroll to paying bills, and these are all things related to business.
Right.
I'm human. I have a family life too.
Sure.
So just imagine with all this stuff I have going on,
Yeah.
how do I balance my personal life? It's crazy.
What do you think is like the best thing you do to help manage that?
Shut the phone off.
Yeah.
Don't answer emails.
Yeah?
I mean, it gets to a point where it's like you have to go out of pocket.
Mm.
You have to, like, I have my partners are working a lot with me on calendars, like my life. Crazy. I never thought there would come a day I have to live my life by a calendar. But they're helping me utilize this technology.
Yeah.
And so it even gets put in there. Paul, like Saturday, Sunday, off, no communication. Or Paul, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, is not available for delivery on the road, but will work by phone. I mean, it's gotten to that point, so that's it.
Helps you
That's
manage
the
it a
only
little
way I
bit
can.
better.
Yeah, I have to manage my life just like a business, I guess. Nuts, right?
You have to manage a business like a business. Gosh darn it.
But it's a choice, right?
Yeah.
It's a choice we make, though.
Yeah.
Those of us can work a 9 to 5 and be totally happy with that, or like you mentioned before, you know, you're looking for that drive, that next thing, or only some of us are built that way. Otherwise, you would settle. And just,
That's true. That's true. And then what? Like you said, you burn out. You're just done.
Yeah. No giving up. We don't want to burn out. You know,
Right,
only
right.
one thing I want to burn.
Right?
But so yeah, that also getting into some other businesses, and there's some other things going on too. But we'll see.
Reconvene. Yeah.
And as far as what's Paul going to do next after the apparel thing, you know, we'll focus on that. But there is other things happening.
Cool.
So in time, of course, Unraveling with Rayne will be the first.
Aw.
And the first to know
Thanks.
what's going to happen there.
Awesome.
But focus is another thing too. That's a big word. That's key. You know, I think there was an interview once with Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, and the interviewer asked them, you know, one word, you know, describe your success with one word, and both of them said focus. That was the huge thing.
Yeah.
It's hard because I do have so much going on, right? How do you focus? And again, with the personal life and the business and everything else. So I'm capped out right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm capped out. I'm going to stick with what I got and just kind of figure out, you know, how to manage
your
that
flow.
and make it happen, find my flow,
Yeah.
and then bring on the other stuff.
Yeah. Their music is really loud.
I know. It's cool, though. Out here in this little area, because, you know, we do have all the wineries and the hops and all the transients and stuff.
Yeah.
You'll get this all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a Sunday night, too. But summertime, so who cares, right?
Right, right.
But the wineries are kicking off right now. And as we get closer to, you know, October, you're going to have the hops that will be coming down, the crush events. So it's party central.
Nice.
Summertime, I think I'm saying this right, the quinceañeras.
Mm-hmm.
So there's lots of those going on, and that might be one of them. I don't know.
Probably. They're rocking it on a Sunday night.
It's crazy.
Nice.
But if we had the crew out here, they'd be loving it right now.
Yeah.
So
tell me more about your apparel shop. Where is this at?
so it's in Prosser, Washington. Right now it's just a retail. A wholesale only.
Right.
So we're dealing
only
nothing like
online.
in the shop yet. And that's just, it's Prosser, Washington. It's a little ignorant here still. So we don't want to push any envelopes.
Sure.
Most of them all know I already own a pot field out here.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to push any envelopes, since I'm like right across the street from the police station.
Beautiful.
So that's kind of interesting. But yes, located right here in Prosser. It's nice and quiet next to the train station. My landlord and my neighbor, they own EPCO. So they do all the embroidery for like the ag centers around here, Blyles and what have you. So cool kind of little marriage because they don't do any kind of printing, all embroidery. So now that I'm in there and I'm paying his rent, he shoots me all of his printing needs now rather than sourcing them out.
Nice.
So again, located right here in Prosser, and then we'll just distribute it, you know, throughout the states, whatever country, who cares, you know. One of the brands we work with now, DAF Stars.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the UK, London, Holland, all that stuff. Loving it. We'll ship boxes over there. Let's make it happen.
Sweet. Keep going.
So yeah, just again another opportunity, maybe make some revenue and jump on the train there. Try to make some money. That's the entrepreneur life. Why not? And all the stars were lining up, and it was a small investment for some machinery. Corey's investing his time and using his skills. So that's Cannon Apparel for now.
Have you always had that sight when you kind of see things come together for a project? Or is that kind of acquired?
No, man, with me it's crazy. I have ADD.
Yeah.
You can tell already. But I just always kind of go with the flow, just kind of like you mentioned earlier. Vision, I know I want to work for myself. I want to go after things. I like risk, it's an opportunity. I love going for it. But no, I'm not too good at planning things out. I see something and that's it.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
We're done.
Just
Yeah.
go after it, Maybe that's a gift in a way. I don't know, that I can recognize things, and
yeah.
I mean, you see all kinds of stuff all over the place. So maybe how do I focus on one specific thing? I don't know. Just call it luck or whatever. I just
like
see
said,
opportunity.
Skill. That's
Skill.
not the word. It's just it's your gift.
My grandpa said, you walk. If you just walk looking up, you're going to have a chance to see opportunity. You might notice something. If you walk with your head down, you're for sure to miss everything.
Right.
You're not going to see nothing. So I've always been the one that can spot the nickel in the corner.
There
I've seen like a piece of diamond or something glittering. I've always been one of those kind of people where cruising down the freeway, I can see an owl on the tree. It's just nutty. So it's a skill, I guess, maybe.
I think so.
Luck. A little bit of luck in there.
A little bit.
But
I think that a lot of people are like that, though. I mean, physically, yes, we're very much, checked out and whatever it is. But everywhere else, we just kind of have our blinders on. We're supposed to get up, do this, do that, go home.
Some people are too focused on BS, right? They're
Yeah.
focused on the normalness.
Yeah.
So that's why they miss that. They may walk with their head high, but they're just thinking about, gotta work.
That's what I gotta
do this, gotta do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're not thinking positive, like, what can today bring?
Yeah.
That's it for me. I wake up and I'm usually like, I'm happy and breathing for one thing. Get through some emails. Oh, geez. But after I have the coffee, it's like, what am I going to get into today?
Yeah.
And I tell myself, like, I know something cool's going to happen. I hope something happens.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm always anticipating, waiting for like something. So I guess I draw that. Like the book The Secret, you kind of like what you think about.
Tracked it in.
Yeah, I'm trying. I mean, whether it works or not, I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway, just in case.
Right.
I'm going to try to attract all the good stuff I can.
It's crazy because I've done a lot of contemplating about that, what you put out and what you're attracting, and I feel like I'm coming into that late in life. I when I was younger, I used to have this idea like, this is what I'm gonna do, this is how I'm gonna do it, and I would have like 20 steps already all mapped out for me. And then there's this weird spot in life where I'm just like, well, maybe that's not working the best. Maybe that's not the right way to go about it, And then also, like I said, contemplating this, well, what am I projecting into my life? Am I projecting, like you're saying, that, like something cool is going to happen today or something awesome is going to happen? Or am I just like, today,
gotta have some patience too, though.
We're going to do our normal day things, And yeah, I mean, not every day something amazing will happen, but at least you gave it the opportunity to,
Man, I've hit some walls before.
Yeah?
Right? Yeah, maybe you give the opportunity to, but when I say patience, like, have faith. Have some faith too. Just can't be willing to throw the towel and like, come on, woe was me, why not this happening? And just let it be.
Yeah.
Like John Lennon says, right?
Yeah.
And it is what it is. Just like I've accepted the fact that maybe we won't get the glory stuff from what we're doing right now. It's not going to be seen till down the road. Who cares? Like, I'm part of it. Like, I'm doing my thing. I'm sure I'll be able to at least put a good dent in my kids' college fund.
Right.
I'm having I wouldn't say I'm having a great life, but I'm getting to do some pretty amazing stuff in my travels. I'm getting to see stuff most people will never have a chance to, and just do the things I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I do not take that for granted, at all. So it's all good stuff for me.
I think that really plays into your ability to see things from a broader spectrum, though. Like, you just see it for what it is. You're like, okay, it's going to have a much bigger picture than we could even imagine right now.
Positive outlook.
Yeah.
Your outlook is everything in life, period.
Yeah.
This is a good outlook right here. We're creating it ourselves too.
Yeah.
And we're doing it for a lot of other people. That's what's huge. That's what's great for us. A lot of other employees. I mean, who knows? Maybe right now, one of our people are sitting home talking to their brother or their wife on a phone call and telling them about where I work at and what I do. And so right now they're like, oh man, do you really do that? And there's good vibes going on there. They're happy. They're conversing, and like we helped build that over here. So who knows? Maybe somebody had bought one of our packages in a store, and like they're talking to their friend about it in a non-legal state, and it's just creating cool conversation, and like, man, maybe your state will go legal soon, and like it's just, who knows? But that's positive stuff, and the domino effect, right? The things that we do, how much it affects not just me, our employees outside the employees, the stores we sell to. Like,
Yeah.
it's huge.
I think you really hit it there. It's just creating that conversation, continuing the conversation. I feel like as soon as we stop talking, then it's going to go by the wayside with anything, really.
Anything, I think. But I don't see this slowing down at all. I think in the
don't
last
either.
show, I mentioned something to the effect of like how, golf needed Tiger Woods to like revamp it and make it happen.
Yeah.
And here we are in the cannabis industry, and year one, everybody was like, yeah, we did it, we're here. Year two was like, yeah, why are you still here? Yeah, we did it together. And in year three, it was freaking like the UFC cage. Everyone's going crazy. Right now, it feels like every man for himself in a way. But we need that Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
So who knows? It's
What do you think brought that on, that feeling?
Man, I hate to sound like a cop out, but I just want to put my head down now.
Yeah.
And like just do my own thing. You get so exhausted trying to like do your thing, and put yourself out there, but maybe people just need to wake up. I don't know, and quit worrying about each other. Just focus on what they're doing rather than analyzing who's doing what wrong and who's bringing the business down and da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Focus.
Yeah.
Focus, right? I know our tribe's happy, our family's happy, and we do our best so that when we go out somewhere, and represent us, that's done in a happy way too.
Yeah. And
yeah.
I think it's hugely crucial, especially in this arena, to have people that are really looking at themselves and reflecting and trying to build that, because it's so new, because it's still in its formative stages in some areas. It's really important to have those people bringing that, like you said, that reflection that, and I don't think it's a cop-out at all. Like,
no.
Coming back in and being like, okay, we need to focus on this first, and then present ourselves when we have to or when we need to in those situations. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. I think that's actually a really good way to go about it.
Going into Nevada, most recently, like and these are newer states becoming legal, and mind you, we've been through this already. So as I go there and I visit, I'm listening to some of the stories, from the people in the industry. I'm like, that was us 3 years ago. That drives me even more now to wanting to get in the new states because all this experience.
Yeah.
Recently we were talking with a group that we're getting ready to do some work with out of state, and they were like, forget everything you knew. Forget everything about Nevada, or rather Washington and Oregon, and the way things are done. It's all horrible. And no, it's great. It's a great experience. Like we had to learn how to fight. We had to learn how to struggle and make it happen. And so get me to a state where things are more normalized, if you will, or regulated, better. If that makes sense. We'll thrive.
Yeah.
Because we're going through all these hoops right now and doing it. So. It's all great experience.
I just made a really crazy correlation. You raise these plants like you do you.
Right.
You realize that? You keep them on that edge. You see how far you can take them, and then give them what they need. And,
right.
Yeah.
Push them to the edge, right?
You grow these exactly how you do you.
I guess so.
That's awesome.
Yeah, with the help of everyone else. But then again, we attract, like-minded individuals. So everybody here is pretty much on that same page.
Yeah.
We do have a little bit of the different spectrums, but a couple negative Nancy's. Everyone's got to have those. You can't sit down at the board meeting and everyone says yes.
Yeah.
You're screwed. You got to have, someone. You got to have personalities.
Yeah.
But yeah, we all want to push.
Yeah.
We all want to take it to the limit and try stuff.
You're creating that resiliency.
I guess so. Yeah, that's what's up.
So
I want to create that resiliency with these bugs.
Right? No kidding. I'm like, holy cow.
Let them stay over there.
Right. But yeah, take that with you. Take that with you in all the new terrain and new areas. I think
with Canton apparel. Yeah, with all of it.
With everything.
Yeah, with the boy too, the son, the personal life. We try to that we don't want to push to the edge though.
No.
But
balance. Balance is key.
Yeah, balance. Right now, I balance my calendar. We do camping once a week.
Yeah? I saw some of your stuff on Facebook and such. I was like, oh, that looks like so much fun.
Going through the passes. I mean, I've spent so much time driving around the state. I have all these cool little places picked out. So now I just try to take advantage of that. And again, that's calendaring myself, my days off.
You're going to have to send those locations our way because we're looking to do some good camping stuff.
Take the Fort or the 12. Like you're going to go to Olympia or something like that. And when you go through White Pass, you have all those little turnoffs that we never really pay attention to. Man, turn off one of them and just go drive through the little campsite.
Yeah.
And they're all up on the river, these cool little spots, and they cost $10, $7, $11.
Right.
But Leavenworth, there's a lot of cool places over there. But any one of the passes, whether it's the 90, like Stevens Pass, Walkwami, or White Pass, there's so many cool little camp spots that you can just like veg out for the night.
That's what you need, though. You need that refresh, especially for you in this such crazy, fast-paced world you live in. Like, just disconnecting and fresh air and being, well, and then connecting with your son.
Even, like, you know, coming off the road for a 12-hour day, and I'd gotten back at, like, 7, and, you know, my kid's like, I'm going to go to the studio and go to sleep. He's like, I want to go camping. We've got to do something. Most parents would have been like, I'm tired. I've been on the road all day. I'm going to go to bed. And I started thinking to myself, like, I'm going to go to bed when I go camp anyway.
Right.
It's going to be quiet. I'm probably going to sleep really good.
Yeah.
You know, listening to the water, what have you. So anyways, just grabbed them real quick. 2 hours to get out to Highway 12 to Windy Point. Set up in like 2 seconds with the tent. Threw the blankets down. Yeah. Got a little fire. We roasted it up. I'm comfortable. I felt good. It was me and him. Like, I'm happy I did it. And then I slept like a rock. Just listened to the water come crashing through. At 6 a.m. I was awake. Like, felt rested. And then drove 2 hours back home. He was here by 8 o'clock. Time for me to start calling my customers. Like, it was perfect, you know?
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
That's the way
something's getting eaten out
I
there.
was going to say.
Hoping maybe you guys can come out. Right now we're looking, it's July 1st today. So maybe around the second week of August, that would be our transition period here.
Okay.
Transition, like, you know, when you're going to start getting the nodes start stacking, little frog leaves coming out, start getting some white pistils. And then transition is like, you know, you'll see double the size of the plant. So you come out right at transition, and then when you come back in the fall, you'd be like, wait a minute, these things were half that size when we were out here. Amazing, you know?
Yeah. Well, thank you for having us out today.
Yes, thank you.
Sharing with us. And
a pleasure, always mine. Unraveling with Rayne.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you all so much for listening. If you would like to help support Unraveling with Rayne, go to patreon.com/unravelingwithrayne. When you become a patron, you receive bonus content such as behind-the-scenes footage, along with other special content that you won't be able to find anywhere else. Music for Unraveling with Rayne was provided by Barefoot Randy.